when we look at multilingual learning, multilingual pedagogies, it's really about the co-creation of learning and curriculum between students and teachers. And, maybe the special magic that makes that work is agency for students, multilingual students in particular, and agency for teachers, and how they can plan and design learning and implement learning together in the classroom.
I love that, agency.
Something that I have learned from teachers, through this process of trying to bring more multilingual pedagogies, into classrooms is teachers appreciate having resources, having frameworks, ways of working, ideas to support them, but they want to be able to apply that to their own context. And so when I think about multilingual co-learning, what I think about is, at the centre we have a multilingual classroom environment, and that's something co-constructed between the teacher and the learners. And that's an environment where multilingualism is normal, it's celebrated, it's a resource, and it's visible and it's audible. And developing that environment, it doesn't happen overnight, and it's okay for it to take time. And then around that, when we look at curriculum, we think about, I like to think about three sort of dimensions there. And the first of those is that the teacher is a learner. And part of the teacher's role is to learn about and learn from and learn with their students in a multilingual setting. In addition to that, students have their expertise that they bring into the classroom, and teachers have their expertise. And these two things can be different but complementary. So, for example, multilingual students will have a lot of ways of working with language and knowledge of language, and we don't expect the teacher to know all of that. But then the teacher will have a lot of expertise about designing learning, managing the classroom, how students can approach learning in an organised way. And so these two sets of expertise, they both come into that multilingual co-learning. And then the last thing, and that's particularly from an academic or an English language perspective, is that we think about horizontal and both vertical use of multilingual skills. And so where we think of the horizontal as collaborative and informal interaction using whatever linguistic resources are available, and then the vertical as building up to academic language and like high status varieties of English or subject-specific language or subject-specific skills that students are in school to learn. And that's part of the teacher's craft, is to bring those things together. But I try to talk about and give examples of these to teachers so that they have some tools and some concrete ideas to work with, because multilingual pedagogies is still really a developing area. I hope that by providing a bit of a thinking framework and a planning framework, I'm able to see some amazing ideas that teachers come up with when they have the space and the tools and the support to be creating. I always look for opportunities to make the curriculum more engaged with multilingual content, multilingual processes of learning, and multilingual products of learning.